Hello, everybody, and welcome to another mail opening. Today, this is going to be a special day. We're not only looking at a few characters or whatnot, we actually have some vehicles, which I managed to get pretty cheap. So, thank you, Springer Collectables. We'll go ahead and open it here, and we'll take a closer look at all the goodies that we have with this huge box. And just to show you guys that I'm not messing around, we're gonna have to move these guys out of the way and bring in the box. Oh yeah, it's massive. It takes up my entire little shelf here. So I'm gonna start opening it up and see what we have inside. So here I have it opened up where we have a receipt thing. Right off the bat, there's another sweet little thing I got here. I don't know how to do this. I guess I'll have to set the box on the floor and then I'll start taking things out. So first item is not necessarily a figure, but more of a jigsaw puzzle. I assume you make this artwork into a jigsaw puzzle. I thought it was pretty neat. Not a lot of people seem to want to bid on it, so I went ahead and got it. So, it's a neat piece to have. I can probably make this and frame it at some point, so that will be a future project of mine. We next have, I really don't know what to look at first. We have giant thing there, more giant things here. This is massive. Because we can take a look at a few figures first that I purchased. Some more stuff. And these are the vehicles themselves. Oh boy. That is one big boy. Alright. Well, let's take a close look at these two first. Here we have, I forgot what his name was. Blizzard. Sub-Zero. I know he has a name. I'll probably put it in text because I completely forgot, honestly. Maybe the receipt tells me who it is. Sub-Zero, I was right. His name is Sub-Zero. It comes with a neat backpack. Let's see if I can get some good lighting in there. Maybe some zoom in is better. There he is. Pretty cool looking figure. Cool looking guy. He's ready for some snow missions. And a very big backpack there. And he comes with an LMG, which honestly, I don't know if he can hold very well. There we go. So we get another Joe member for our collection here. And we get pretty neat Cobra officer without the Cobra logo, which is pretty sweet. I don't know if that's some sort of error or a rare kind of, I guess, design. So I don't know. I'll have to look into it. And this one is one of the older ones. As you can see, he only has the elbow joint here, and he does not have the swivel as we would see with later G.I. Joes here. So this is one of the more original toys where they only had the arm bend. So yeah, pretty sweet to have this guy in the collection. And Cobra Officer. Pretty sweet, but now let's get into what we are really here for. Alright everyone, so the first vehicle we have here is none other than the Stinger. I think. I don't remember the names at the top of my head right now, but I believe it is the Stinger. I guess like sort of Jeep, Stinger Jeep, Humvee kind of thing. So it's pretty much a Cobra vehicle. We have a nice sort of spider decal there, a Cobra logo. You get the stickers for the tail lights, another Cobra logo, spider. Once again, the doors work pretty well, and they stick onto that. I don't think it's complete. I think it was missing some sort of part, which is fine, and it's also missing the 3 other missiles, so I'll have to look for those separately. But other than that, it is in very great condition, and it's a nice addition to the collection, and I can keep the other Stinger in its box, the more recently released vintage version that Hasbro made. So yeah, we have the Vamp, but now on to the big guy. Alright everyone, if you can't guess what it is by the accessories here on the shelf space, well, let me show you just what exactly we are dealing with when it comes to this thing. And I'm trying to see if this thing works, which it seems it does, so I don't know, I'll have to play with it a little more. I don't really want to break anything and then regret it. Alright, that works. We have none other than the, what is it, the Mobat Moray, I think? Is that the name? I'll probably put the actual name on screen. But this thing is just massive. Look at it. It takes almost the entire shelf here. Comes loaded with guns and different accessories, such as these turrets. These can be placed, I believe, all over the boat here, in these little holes it has on the sides. So there is some assembly required, but this thing's just amazing. This one is broken, you let me know, but yeah, this thing is massive. Let's take a closer look at this thing. Loads of detail, like I said. I don't know how well we're going to be able to see those details. I'm going to try my best to show it off. But yeah, just look at this huge thing. It's massive. We have little... Okay, we have push down, and I wonder what's supposed to come out of here. I'm not really too sure. Maybe some of these missiles that we have here. I'm still trying to figure out where these big, massive torpedoes go. And these are depth charges. I think that's what they're called. I believe these have a special compartment here where you can place your depth charge in there, and you can safely store it on the vehicle. We have this sort of engine thing. I believe this is like the engine. Unless it's a turret, then, well, even more weapons there. But there's the turrets. You have another turret up here, and it swivels, and the turret can go up and down very nicely. You have steering wheel here. Can it spin? Yeah, it can. Look at that. You have turrets here as well, which are held on by these, I guess, rods or whatever you want to call them. Same on this side, except this one is broken, so I may just super glue this onto there. The headlight, which apparently is always missing on this vehicle, is on there. And the 2 seats, there's a separate piece in there, which I'm going to try and get without breaking anything. Let's see. and it just it just went back in there. All right, so more or less, I was able to put this thing together. Um, I'm not sure where everything goes, so I just put the rockets there. I figured out that the massive torpedoes are connected here, as you can see. So you can just, there is a shape to it, and I just dropped it. But there is a shape to it, and the missile itself has this shape. So just put it in there, you go from the bottom, slides in, and then you just scoot it over to the side, and it hangs on there. Pretty genius, not so hard to understand. I took off the cover. This is indeed the motor. So they do have these jet engines for this boat. And then there's this cool stand. I guess it's a stand they sort of implemented to make it easier to stand if you like. So for a very old toy, Hasbro knew what they were doing, and I am just so happy to have this thing in my collection. It's definitely now a centerpiece, and it is massive, obviously, so I am quickly running out of space. I have this broken turret, so I'll find a way to place it on there. But for the price I got this, Springercollectables does what are races, and so basically you buy essentially a ticket or two, and you're placed in a race against other people who are in the live stream, and well, whoever wins the item. The item on itself is worth around $200 or somewhere around there. In this sort of shape or form where it's almost complete. I had 2 entries into that race, so this essentially cost me about $40. The entries were about $19. So $40 for a $200 piece is always a win in my book. And well, I couldn't be any happier to have this thing with me now. And just to, well, I have to back up even more, just to show sort of a size comparison. It's almost the same length as this other tank I've had for the longest time. So yeah, it's a massive thing, and I'm about to drop the camera. But yeah, huge, massive thing, and there's only one thing left to do, and that is to play with it. Put some Cobra members on this thing and see them in their full glory and how epic this thing is. Right, so I got some characters here that I want to put on this thing. So we have this guy here. He will be our driver. Unfortunately, I was not able to get the actual driver of his vehicle, but you know, with due time, maybe I will be able to do that. We got Scrap Iron here. He's always a great character to have in vehicles. He's pretty tough Cobra member. Pretty ruthless. There he goes. We also have Copperhead here, who will be, I don't know where we're gonna put you. Turret. You're gonna be a turret person. Very nicely there. We then have a couple Dreadnoughts here. I may put him at the other turret over here. Very nice. We have another Dreadnought member. We'll put him at the spotlight since he has his own weapon. We then have Crockmaster here. Hopefully I'm putting that into frame, but we'll put him on this other side. And Baroness has her own weapon, so we'll put her on the back without a turret. Now tell me this isn't the coolest thing a kid could ever want. It's just so badass and massive. It is amazing. It's just great. So there it is, loaded it up with Cobra members. Very nice. So it can fit about, and there goes Baroness flying. It can fit about 3 people on each side. It has, let me show you guys, it has the, like, foot pegs in there, so you can place different Cobra members in there. Of course, the seats at the front. So yeah, it's here. It's amazing. I'm very happy to have it. Thank you, Springercollectables, for the live stream. Very happy it got here and safe and sound. Nothing broken other than the things you told me were already broken, which, you know, you always let your sellers know what is broken and what is missing. So yeah, I may go out there and look for pieces that need to be replaced, such as the turret here. Gotta find another one. Unfortunately, yeah, it is broken, but no big deal for me. I'm glad to have it. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next episode or video on the channel. Thank you. Thanks so much for watching.